Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's show. We'll start with last week's pick results and go directly into this week's picks. Joe is still missing, but we are interviewing League Commissioner and Team 23 owner Phil Gaugler at the end of the show. Maybe he's seen Joe peeking through his windows, but hopefully he shows up soon. I'm starting to get worried about him.
I wouldn't worry about him, Big Daddy Davy. Joe trains as a UFC fighter, and I think he's probably just making a nest in a tree outside Gaugler's bedroom window. Plus, I've kind of taken a liking to having a woman's opinion on the show. It kind of gives us some insight into Klein's team and vision.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. So what's up with the threads? I see you're not wearing your normal WFFL podcast attire.
Yeah, I didn't have time to change. I was down at coffee shaking hands with the old timers. Those guys have some juicy gossip. I'll tell you about it after the show.
If it's not WFFL related, I don't need to hear it.
It is, and it's juicy.
Okay, well, after the show, you'll have to spill the tea. Okay, Lebron, can you give us last week's pick results? I know I was under 500 myself. Did anyone have a good week? I know there were some upsets.
I sure can, my friend. Spoiler alert, I went 5-0, and guess who went 0-5?
Oh, shut up, LeBron. I would have went 5-0 again, but obviously the teams I picked don't have the same awesome sauce as I do. I expected more from them, but they're losers.
Yeah, right. Anyways, Dark Bittner beat the league titan, tight fit. I guess Bittner was like, no, I'm going to be the pitcher, and you're the catcher beast. See how you like it. The trifling bitches beat Klein's prison pocket in a 6-point difference. Nail biter. Deep throat swallowed Houday and the blowfish. Like no problem, just an absolute pummeling 202 to 146. Mustangs annihilated Russ's Rumblers. That's probably why Ruffsvold was so salty in the group chat. And all Batman scorched 23 through my manifestation. It was the week of underdogs.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm good with my 1-4 record this week. I mean, Donald and Taylor both went 1-4 as well. And through the power of manifestation, Dark Bittner beat Beast. I mean, good for you, Bittner, and nice work. And as for Ruffsvold getting chippy in the group chat, we'll have to do a special episode on that someday. But for now, we got to keep rolling. Let's move on to week 6 picks.
Yeah, let's move it along. You know this pink suit is super itchy. So matchup number 1 is between all Batmans and Klein's prison pocket. I gave the equalizer his last chance last week. So until he proves these words, he's worth the dough. Is paying him, I have to pass. All Batmans for me, Salami.
Yeah, okay, Donald, I like your pick and concur with you that the equalizer has to re-earn it in order to get my pick in the future. But also, Donald, you need to slow down so people can understand you. Your sentence you just put together was almost as difficult to understand as your fantasy math. But yeah, I'm going to take all Batmans as well. How about you, LeBron and Taylor?
Well, I think you answered your own question, Salami. The equalizer is struggling. So I will intervene and cast my rays of hope upon a losing team. I sense a gray aura around that team, so I will take Klein's prison pocket. I believe I can turn that gray into a goldish teal, which equals winner.
You know, to be honest, I was going to take all Batmans because Travis Kelce's on Warner's team, but they have a bye this week, and to be fair, LeBron went 5-0 last week. Maybe his powers are real. Either way, I'm taking King KP.
Great. Okay, matchup number 2, Russ's Rumblers taking on Deep Threats. Honestly, it gives me flu-like symptoms to do this, but I'm taking Deep Threats. Ugh.
Klein's incivility during his interview 2 weeks ago still vexes me. So let's put it this way. I'd rather eat toenails from a hobo than pick Klein to win. I'm taking Russ's Rumblers, not for strategic mathematical reasons, just because Klein is the worst.
When did he change?
I have meditated deeply upon this matchup of close friends. There is no certain outcome that I could see in my vision quest. However, I feel Russ's Rumblers have been playing similar to the Cincinnati Bengals, which is bad. So I will be his uplifting spirit. Russ's Rumblers for the W.
I think I'm taking Deep Threats. I'm just going off the 200 points they scored last week. To score that many points, you have to have some good players, right?
Yeah, well, sweetheart, in a sense, you're right, but here's the kicker. Klein's a but yes, in most other cases, that is true. I love pink on you, by the way, Taylor. It really brings out your eyes.
Jesus, Donald, you just can't turn it off, can you? Anyways, matchup number 3, Houday and the Blowfish versus Team 23. This is a tough one. Gaugler's team has been good, but I feel they've hit a rough patch. I'm going with my gut here, and I'm taking Melmer and the Blowfish.
You know, Salami, I was going to take O'Day and the Blowfish because you know my boy Evan McPherson is on the roster, but you bring such misfortune to your picks. I've actually created a new algorithm that involves some serious calculations. So now I have to factor two things, the actual matchup and who you pick to win. And in this situation, my calculation said if you pick O'Day and the Blowfish, I should take Team 23. I'm sorry, my friend, you just have the yips currently with your matchup picks. So yeah, Team 23.
Gaugler has hit a rough patch, and that's probably due to me. I haven't chosen him to win the last few weeks, but this week is different. I'm taking Team 23 to win.
You know, I think I agree with the Big Salami on this. Gaugler has hit a rough patch, and I think he has one more week to dig out of the hole he's in. So yeah, I'll take who? Oh, I'm sorry, hold on, it's Joe. Hello, Joe? Yeah, aha. Okay, I mean, if you say so. Okay, you're sure. Okay, yes, Joe, I will. Okay, goodbye. Okay, change of plans, I'll be taking Team 23. That was Joe. He was listening to the show and called me to give me some breaking news only he and I possess about Team 23 in their weekly matchup, so I guess, yeah.
Okay, well, at least he's alive. I guess I'll give him a call later to see where he's been. Okay, matchup number 4, Mustangs and Dark Bittner. Although I continuously pick against Ulmer, I do want him to win. But yeah, I'm going to do it again this week and pick Dark Bittner.
All right, so I crunched the numbers, factored in total yards per play, divided by the red zone efficiency coefficient, and then took the inverse square of turnovers, plugged that in my predictive algorithm, and boom, Dark Bitter's got a 6% chance to crush the Mustangs. It's pure math, man.
So, Donald, I understand your math because the Fibonacci sequence and our chakras are connected through a concept called sacred geometry. As you can see, if you lay the Fibonacci sequence over a chakra diagram, you'll find a harmonious flow of energy through the body that mirrors mathematical progression. Your problem when predicting the matchup outcomes is that you look purely at the numbers and not the harmonious flow of energy. Therefore, you have an error with your prediction this week. The Mustangs will prevail. So I will be taking Ulmer's team.
Holy shit, I just went on RotoWare and plugged in a few things and it told me to pick Ulmer and his Mustangs. I think y'all might be looking too deep into some of these predictions, but whatever.
Oh, I love it when she cusses. It makes my skin tingle. I hope Joe never comes back.
Yeah, okay, Donald. Criminies. Okay, let's move it along. Matchup number 5. Tight Fit taking on the Trifling Bitches. Me personally, I can't imagine Tight Fit loses 2 in a row, so I'm taking Tight Fit. They've just been so good.
All right, listen, I aligned Tight Fit's red zone stats with the Fibonacci sequence, then balanced their chakra flow offense and defense in perfect harmony, ran that through my algorithm, and bam, it's mathematically inevitable. Tight Fit has an 83, 4% chance to humble the Trifling Bitches.
Wow, I'm humbled, Donald. Was it my diagram I showed you just a minute ago to open your eyes to the light of chakras and positivity?
No, dumbass, it was just a ruse, but I am taking Tight Fit to win. That's not how stats work. You don't use your feelings and chakras. Get with the program, LeBron. My record is still better than yours.
I will not fall into your trap, Donald. I know you're just trying to make me get angry, but the truth is, my emotions are impenetrable. Oh, and your pick is wrong. The Trifling Bitches have a teal and green aura this week, and Kramer is a cool dude. So yeah, the Trifling Bitches.
Oh, I forgot who I was going to pick. Oh yeah, Tight Fit. It was simple. They're just really good this year. Not historically, but just year. I mean, historically, Kramer is better, but I'll shut up now. I'm just rambling.
Okay, well, that wraps that up. Donald asked if he could do the interview with Gaugler, so I'll turn things over to him.
Thanks, Salami. First thing is we need to mention Gaugler's accolades. He owns Team 23 and is the league commissioner. That's it. Okay, welcome to the show, Gaugler. How you doing?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Well, honestly, my 2024 net worth has soared to $5.7 billion, so I guess you could say I've never been better. But this isn't about me, it's about you. So let's get to it. Did you ever get my grievance form I filed with the WFL against Klein?
Yes, I did, Donald. And then at the moment right now, we're still investigating. Hopefully we have a ruling in probably like 4 to 6 weeks. And hopefully this is like the evidence, that we need to get Klein out of the league right now. Let's just be honest. He's a stain on our league that will probably never be wiped clean. He's the Dan Snyder, Donald Sterling. He's up there with the worst of the worst. And let's just hope that we get enough votes to get him kicked out of the league with this.
I like where you're going with this. I mean, all the Salami was going to do for his chosen punishment is make him wear a pink shirt with some lewd fantasy football jargon on it. Anyways, you seem like a good dude, so I have to ask, why would you choose to be a Vikings fan?
Another great question, Donald. And I don't know that there's a really great answer for why a person chooses the Vikings. Sometimes the team just chooses you. And granted, we've had one heartbreak, maybe two, or in my lifetime. But I think when we win it all this year, I think it's going to make it all worth it.
Well, for your sake, I hope so, because I've seen some super weird Vikings fans. I think that not having a Lombardi trophy has made some of them go mental, because there's some real weirdo Vikings fans out there. Anyways, next question. In last week's interview with Warner, he made it sound like you're a doomsday prepper. So I was wondering if I could pick your brain about my fallout shelter I'm building. Do you think a red room is too much? And not the red room like Murder Room, but 50 Shades of Grey red room?
Well, Sheldon's kind of just jumping to some conclusions there. I'm not a doomsday prepper. I actually had to look up what a red room is. And yes, if you're planning on making a fallout shelter, I mean, you living in Florida, that might be a good thing for you. I don't know how being underground, if there's a bunch of water, is going to work out for you. But I think that red room, yeah, you're probably stretching it a little bit right there.
Okay, interesting. And yeah, my last question, and probably the most important to let your fans and ours, the ability to really get to know you. If you were stranded on an island with Scarlett Johansson, Emilia Clarke, and Gal Gadot, who do you put the moves on first?
I'm not even up to date with all that stuff. Actually, the only one I've been even a little bit familiar with is Scarlett Johansson. So I'd probably go that route. I'm not quite like you, Donald, where I'm a celebrity and I can just get away with anything like you can. So I got to be a little bit more picky. But I think I'd just go with Scarlett.
Wrong answer. You obviously haven't watched Game of Thrones. There's something about a woman that rides dragons. It gets me going like mathematical equations and filing reports against guys like Klein. Okay, buddy, any final thoughts or anything you want to say to the other owners?
I just like to thank Joe for all the support that I've had along the way so far. Hopefully he's back this week. I think Team 23 could use it. We had a rough week last week with a couple buys and a couple guys having off weeks. But then I'd also like to address, that owner Klein running his mouth a little bit when he was on a couple weeks ago, talking about how I don't make any trades. I don't know where that came from. The guy's been in our league for 30 years. He's never made a trade. He's 0 for 30 in trades. He's like the Manny Margot of trades. I still remember back I can't remember if it was Eric Tuscher's house or Eric Doan's house. We were drafting in there. This was back when we had the snake draft. He's drafting first pick Kurt Warner. At that time, that made sense. Next pick, Dante Culpepper. And everyone was thinking, you know what, this guy might be playing 4D chess here. He might be thinking of doing a trade. Nope, stuck with both of them. He wasn't playing 4D chess. He was actually playing checkers when he was eating the pieces. I just wanted to kind of address that. Not much else. I think, I don't know, like I said, had a rough week. Otherwise, I think if I can get healthy, I think my team's about to turn it around. We should be gunning for first in a couple of weeks.
I could totally see Klein thinking the checker pieces were candy. And yeah, we'd like to see your team healthy and give Tight Fit a run for the league championship. Anyways, Gaugler, it was great having you on. Good luck for the remaining season, and thanks for your take on the Red Room.
Thanks, Donald, and good luck to you come November 5th.
Thanks, Gaugler. That was Phil Gaugler, owner of Team 23 and the WFL League Commissioner. How did I do, Salami? You usually kill it during the interviews. I hope I did all right.
You did great, Donald. Only thing is he pronounces his last name Gaugler, but no worries, you did great.
What do you mean? That's what I said, Gaugler.
Yep. And with that, everyone, we're done. Cue the music, Stewie. Good luck this week, everyone, and let's go!